Gracias por continuar con nosotros. Aquí seguimos en una mañana estelar. Tenemos muy buenos reportajes, buenas entrevistas y a continuación tenemos una muy buena entrevista.
Exactamente. Bueno, está Paola Harris, que es una de las conductoras de otro de los programas estelares de aquí de Maussan Televisión, y es justamente Leslie quien va a platicar con ella acerca de este programa que tiene tantas expectativas, que nos tiene a todos al filo del asiento, que es Primer Contacto. Tiene una gran historia y mucho que compartir, así es que vamos a la entrevista directamente.
Pues amigos, estamos aquí con la gran Paola Harris en una mañana estelar. Vamos a conocer más de ella. Ella es una gran investigadora sobre el fenómeno OVNI, así que las presento. Bienvenida. Welcome, Paola, to una mañana estelar.
It's very beautiful to be here, and it's very wonderful to have the program First Contacts on Maussan TV, Buena TV.
Exactly. That's the reason, because Paola is visiting us to talk about the show Primer Contacto every Sunday, right?
Every Sunday, and it's 45 years of my research, personal research, original stories, not just of UFOs, but of the history of this planet.
Yes, and because you are in this topic since 1979, can you imagine so many work in her life, sharing every Sunday, delivering to your home? What is talking about the program?
Well, I started working with Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who was an astronomer in 1979, so I knew it was a real phenomena. So I was working with scientists. And then I was curious as a journalist. As I said, I have a relationship with Jaime Maussan for 25 years. So I was working in Italy because I'm Italian, and he was working here. And I would call Jaime to come to Italy to do some stories with me, and then we would share material. What's very interesting is that, Jaime is very open to all kinds of situations internationally, and I'm international. So my interviews in my book, Connecting the Dots, is word for word interviews with astronauts, with colonels, military people, with witnesses, with the former defense minister of Canada, very credible people. Mm-hmm. And so you decide, the people decide from the interviews from my books. Yes. I have two in Spanish, one Conversations with Colonel Corso, and the other one has to do with Trinity.
So in the program we will see about all of these interviews. And what is for example, the most shocking or impacting moment of your career about this topic?
Well, I began to understand that the contacts were more powerful in Latin America. Mm-hmm. And so then I came to Peru to see Sisto Paz. Mm-hmm. I went to the Atacama Desert in Chile. I went to Argentina, Uritorco. I went to the places in Latin America. So the most incredible stories are here, because I think the contact with the extraterrestrials can only be one. It cannot be intellectual, because we are not like them. They're much more, evolved. I don't think they're killing each other and having wars or anything, otherwise they could not come here. Mm-hmm. The contact is with the heart.
Yes.
El corazón. And the people, for me, that have the biggest hearts are the people of Latin America. So naturally, these beings are going to come to a place where they can have a communication with the heart.
That's amazing. And you were in this field for a lot of years, but being a woman, how was that experience to be in a man world about these investigations, about everything about UFO?
Well, it's difficult because men use the left side of the brain and they have to rationalize. And my friend Jacques Vallée says, what about science? I said, what science can explain this? You have to change science. So men use the logical part of their brain where women use the intuitive side. And I am one of the only women, and it's been very difficult because I'm very, very a stable person. I'm a professor. I teach students. I am logical. And yet I'm in a world of men who do not take a lot of what I do seriously just because I'm a woman. And it's very, very sad because I think the women see the whole forest and the man sees the tree.
Yeah.
And if we could get together and have beautiful dialogue,
Yes, and do amazing work
together,
yeah.
it would be great. It's been very difficult, but I'm very grateful for the program. I'm grateful to Jaime Maussan, and it's been great to work with him all these years.
Oh, I can imagine. But for example, when you were in all of this investigation, because it's coming to finish all the proofs that this is true, that it's not an invent, it's not imagination. How do you see the future of the investigation about UFO in the world?
Well, I think the Vatican knows, I think NASA knows, I think the government knows, I think everybody knows, but mostly I think it is in the hands of the next generation.
And now the people will know every Sunday, right?
Yes, with my stories, with the fact that I've interviewed astronauts, military people, the former defense minister, you know, I've interviewed so many people, and also the witnesses of incredible contact. The young people of the future will know.
So people can feel the proofs on the program.
Yes, there is data. I call it data. Don't argue with data. It's not do you believe in UFOs, it's not religion. It's data. It's scientific data.
So no one can lose every Sunday at 10 p.m. to Paola to listen about everything about the phenomenon, extraterritorial phenomenon. Yeah?
Yes, I really thank you in Mexico for the opportunity to share my life.
We are so happy to have you here, so happy to have you in Maussan Television, and see you on Sunday.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Gracias.